It's not every day we get a major mod release, especially not for a game that was originally released 13 years ago. Yet here we are. It's time for the Mandalorians to rise. Cue the montage. Rise of the Mandalorians Definitive Edition is released to the public over on the Workshop and ModDB, but only for a skirmish beta. And holy bantha crap, is it amazing! Rise is a total rework of the RTS Empire War Forces of Corruption, and you do need the expansion pack that completely updates the game's graphics and gameplay while bringing the time period beyond the Galactic Civil War and into an era where the Empire has fallen and the rebels have formed the New Republic. And unlike other mods that have covered this area, this time frame, like Thrawn's Revenge, this one focuses on a third faction, the Mandalorians. Compared to the other rework mods like the Remake mod or Awakening of the Rebellion, Rise of the Mando's biggest changes is in the visual department, not so much gameplay. Unlike the Remake mod, which is going for a massive scale, almost movie-like quality visuals that completely feels like a different game, Rise takes on a much more artistic approach, with every unit feeling like it's been hand-painted. Looking at individual units, either on the ground or in orbit, gives this very Borderlands-like style that I just love. I just don't know another way to describe this. It's definitely different from any other mod that I've covered, and I've been covering these mods for almost 7 years now. Take a look at some of the random assets here, like, say, the trees, for instance, or the classic units like the CR90. Even the base game units have had a total texture overhaul to bring them up to snuff with the new units. Speaking of new units, the Rebels and the Imperial units have a total rework, but nothing compares to the brand new faction, the Mandalorian clans. The faction has its own infantry, tanks, spacecraft that each fill a role. I've noticed in ground battles that the Mandos have a smaller build cap, most likely because their units are elite troops and are, well, generally better. So either using overwhelming force as the other factions or knowing your foe and what to counter them with is gonna be required to overcome this elite army. The New Republic, a replacement for the Rebel Alliance from the base game, has had some small additions here and there, and some brand new units brought in. New heroes, new spacecraft. I really love the Rebel infantry's new built-in ability. No longer do they have the boring take cover, they've actually got an ability that plays the Rebel theme, and they all get a temporary stat boost. Animations are another standout feature for the mod. With unfolding landing gear, repair arm stations actually moving around, Mando hover bikes dipping and moving, it's a nice bit of detail in life, and it's the detail that continues to impress. Every element has a rework to fit the new art style. From ground textures to new models for buildings, for turrets, the shield effect, tweaked lighting, planetary textures and skyboxes, weapon effects, new audio cues. This beta feels like a complete package already. Though sadly, as of making this video, it is just a beta. Skirmish is its sole focus, with Galactic Conquest slated for release later at some point. I can't wait to jump in as the Mandos, the New Republic, hell, even the Empire, and make a play for the galaxy. The reworked AI should be quite interesting. Already we see AI using their new abilities in combat, though the Imperial AI on the ground seems to love spamming AA walkers, which feels a bit silly. So far, the mods run fairly stably for me, only suffering a single crash while I was playing as the Republic while calling down a lot of reinforcements against the Imperial Remnant. Another note, the Basilisk War Droid is amazing looking, its animations are very cool, but man is it super overpowered. At the moment, you can basically drop it in, have it jetpack over to an enemy base and blow up the shield generator and most of the construction buildings without being stopped. There are a number of tiny changes too that I'm still exploring, like X-Wings and B-Wings auto-opening and closing their wings for combat, you don't have to use an ability anymore, and lots of little different tweaks, and I'm going to be testing these over on Twitch for this week and probably partially next week. So if you want to jump in on that, come on over to Captain Shack's Twitch/Captain Shack, I'll be over there. Links for the mod, for the ModDB page if you want to manually install it, or just hit the subscribe button over on the workshop and download it that way on Steam, are all down below. So jump in and try it out yourself. Let me know what you think in the comments. I can't wait to read what you guys have to say. I'm having a blast with this mod. Kind of came out of left field for me. I had no idea this was in the works. Very cool. All right, everybody. I'll see you all in the next one.